So this whole section of speakers was about humanizing brands. And you saw some examples of how people are doing it. And the idea is if you connect personally to your consumer, they'll be your fan. And I know you've all heard of brand ambassadors, and lots of different brands are reaching out to people, regular people, people that are not in the fashion industry. And they become their brand ambassadors just because, out of the goodness of their heart, just because they love your product. So we had the experience with an official brand ambassador for Fashion 140 when we first decided we were going to do this and announced it on Twitter. We had LA Lupus lady, and if you followed our Twitter feed, you have seen her name pop up more often than mine, for sure. She has sent speakers our way. She has promoted and sold tickets. She has gotten us some of the people that are sitting here. She tweeted at people she doesn't even know to make sure they show up. So she was an official brand ambassador, and she does it out of the goodness of her heart. We didn't ask her. We didn't pay her. She just did it because she wanted to, and she's here to share how she does it for other people besides us. So welcome, Amanda Green, LA Lupus lady. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. And LA Lupus lady, that has nothing to do with fashion, and I know that you guys might be thinking, why am I here? But I'm a brand ambassador, and passion is contagious, lupus is not. I've had lupus for 28 years, and that's why I started getting on Twitter, to share my passion for lupus and say that lupus awareness is fun because it's important. And I'm not going to ask how many of you are on Guild Group, but how many of you know somebody that has lupus? Someone you know has lupus, and if you don't know somebody, hi, I'm Amanda, I'm LA Lupus lady. What I'm here today to talk about is brand ambassador, and if you're a brand or a blogger, I can be your best friend or your worst enemy. And all I am is a girl with a computer. And I don't know about you, but when I was a little girl, I had this dream, like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I could name a beauty product? You know, like nail polishes always have such cool names and stuff. Well, because of Twitter, my dream came true. I don't know if you know Karen Rabinovitz. She's going to moderate the blogger panel later. But she has a brand called Purple Lab NYC, and this is Burlesque Show. When Karen was creating this product, she couldn't think of a name, and she went to Twitter and said, can somebody help me brainstorm it? She gave me a little bit. There's pearls in it, there's kiwi, there's honey, and I said, oh my God, I have to think of something cool. So like string of pearls, no. Pearl necklace, obviously not gonna work. And one of her brand, you know, to make the brand cool for Purple Lab is she had the silhouette of Veronica Barlow, a burlesque dancer, like in her legs, like was like part of the logo. And I'm like, I want to think of a name of something that would be perfect on Veronica Barlow's vanity. And I'm like, Burlesque Show. Oh my God, that's it. And so I tweeted away to Karen, and then I'm crossing my fingers. What if she hates it? Oh God, I'm gonna disappoint Karen, who all I want to do is make the brand happy because I love the brand so much. And next thing you know, she said, oh my God, I cannot wait to talk to my trademark attorney on Monday. And I named a product, and that's Purple Lab. That's my story with Purple Lab, is I just started tweeting and connecting with Karen, and she's like, there was problems with the bottles, problems with the packaging, and she shared it. She was so honest as a brand that how could you help but like love her and like follow her struggles? So I followed her struggles, and I joined in, and when like Bloomingdale's didn't have the product yet, and she's like, well, what's up? And I talked to the Bloomingdale's manager. She's like, well, we have the display, but we have the testers, but we don't have the product to sell. So I was her LA connection. I was proud to do that, and one thing led to another, and she had a contest on Brickfish, and I became most viral maven, and I'm going to step behind the podium. This is not a model. But I strutted my stuff for Purple Lab, and on YouTube, so anybody can go see it now. It's kind of scary, but I'm willing to strut my stuff. And whether it's raising awareness for lupus or Purple Lab, that's what I did. And when Fashion 140 was announced, I love Jeff Pulver and the 140 community. And I've learned that like if you listen and you share, you connect and you engage, that's what social media is all about. And that's what I've done with lupus. But I'm more than lupus. And sometimes like when people follow me just because of my lupus, they're like, you're not lupus enough. Like, I'm sorry, I'm watching the Yankee game. It's like, Derek Jeter looks really good in those pants, and I'm going to talk about Derek Jeter. But I'm not Lupus all the time, and I'm not LA Lady all the time, but when social media starts streaming Fashion Week, I'm there. And I'm not a fashion editor, I'm not a brand, I'm not a fashion blogger, I'm a Lupus blogger, but I know when I like good shoes. And so it's just amazing to me how the internet has changed everything and made me able to be a brand ambassador and to prove to you that I'm a brand ambassador, because once I became a brand ambassador, I'm like, wait, I can't just wear makeup on stage. It's not fashion-y. So I approached Karen Kane, who is a brand that I've loved for years, and they're just now getting on social media at Karen_Kane. And with one email, he's like, well, we're still getting social media. We're starting to figure it out. What's the hashtag Fashion140? Tell me more. I told him more. The next thing you know, Karen Kane's tweeting, we bought our tickets to Fashion140. And I'm like, I haven't heard back. And they didn't know what Fashion140 was before I... Anyway, next thing you know, we all have a little black dress in our closet, but you have a little white dress? If you don't, I highly suggest you get one from Karen Kane. They get it. And, you know, everybody needed to get a mani-pedi for Fashion140. And I did too. So when I was watching The Bachelor one night, I noticed that Deborah Lippman of Deborah Lippman Collection was tweeting, and wow, she gets it too. I'm like, hey Deborah, I'm going to be speaking as a brand ambassador at Fashion140, and I would love to have my nails done. So she joked, but I'm serious. If you guys could please follow Deborah Lippman, L-I-P-P, 2 P's, Lippman with 2 N's, because she said, well, I'll give you some nail polish if you can get me 500 followers. So I don't know if you're following Deborah Lippman or not, but if you could, that would really help me out a lot, please. I need more nail polish. And of course, I mean, and this is like literally how Twitter works. It's like, okay, well now I've got my nails done, I've got my hair done, what am I gonna wear around my neck? In case you notice, I'm not wearing a bare neck. I have some gorgeous earrings on. Sorelli stepped up. I had a friend who's LA stylist mom. She's a stylist. In LA, I'm like, can you hook me up? She's like, well, I can't hook you up, but call Sorelli. So Twitter is Twitter, and I connected. And Sorelli, S-O, 2 R's, E, 2 L's, 1 I. Sorelli gave me these borrowed jewels. And if I talk too long, you're going to hear the Oscar music, and I don't want to do that. But I feel like I'm at the Oscars. I'm on stage at Lincoln Center. I'm seeing smiling faces everywhere. This is one of the best days of my life. 28 years ago, I was given 5 years to live. And May is Lupus Awareness Month, so I'm going to stop talking about fashion and just let you know that lupus awareness is fun. Having lupus is not chic, it's not stylish. And if you watched Braxton Family Values last night, you'll know this is, I had to bring you back. Trust me. Toni Braxton revealed she had lupus last night. That is huge, 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 huge. But not just that, I like tweeted about it, and she retweeted me. So the power of like the retweet, Toni Braxton retweeted me, and then last night, as I'm like getting over my 140 cocktail party, you know, slight hangover, I'm getting tweets. Toni Braxton's retweeted me, and then I have lupus too. My mom's got lupus, and oh my god, I can't be lupus in fashion. And you know what? My passions have collided. I'm at the Fashion140 stage. It's May, Lupus Awareness Month. I just want you to know that passion is contagious. If you're a brand or a blogger, if you show me your passion, I'll show you mine. Passion is contagious. Lupus is not. Lupus awareness is fun. Living with lupus is not. And I'd love to connect with you. I'd love to engage you. I'd love to share and listen and give you all a big hug. And I just want to say thank you so much for this opportunity. I want to thank Jeff. I want to thank Lily. I want to thank everybody at Fashion Snoops. I want to thank you guys for being here and listening. And I hope you have a great Fashion140. And I'm LA Lupus Lady, and I love you all. And I'm not kidding about that. I'm just, you all have like, I have a girl crush on all of you. So thank you very much.
Whoa, you guys doing all right? Welcome back. Wow. It's very surreal being backstage and listening to this. I really do want to say I hope you guys are enjoying the conference and tweeting it and sharing it and finding each other. You know, there's a lot that happens in this world in terms of connecting with people. And you know, the one thing which I would have wanted to add to the humanization stuff is that, you know, right now we're going through a very interesting time as far as branding goes, because people are learning what it's like to be a person online. There are no real rules about, representing companies, people really winging it. But the whole idea of allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing yourself to connect with others, is something which I think you discover. The more you connect, the more you offer yourself, the more you engage, great things can happen. And so it's just a very interesting time to watch and listen and see how other people are experiencing all this.